All right, so this is a video answer key. So this is for the quiz review. We'll be probably starting the quiz tomorrow, Friday. This is on page 29 and 30 of your packet. So two ways you can deal with this video answer key. You can watch this video after you've done all the questions, or you can try a question and then press play and then check to see if you're doing the correct steps. So the first part of the quiz tomorrow is going to deal with simplifying expressions. So for number one, remember how we talked about you got to always not forget to carry along the leash. So you multiply -4 times 8, -32, plus negative times negative is positive 40x. Then from there, the only like terms, because this has an x and these don't, is 1 plus -32, which should give you, subtract more negatives, -31 plus 40x for number one. Number two, some more distributing and combining like terms. I go ahead and I distribute the 10. That gives you 10 minus 20m. You can see my like terms are -20m, -5m, so your final answer should have been -25m plus 10, or you could have wrote it 10 minus 25m. They're both the same answer. But the big key is that you're combining -20m with -5m to be -25m. Number three. Okay, so you can see here, hopefully you didn't get caught by the hidden assumed -1 that needs to be distributed. So after you distribute, you get -35 plus 45a minus 10a, and then a negative times a negative is a positive 3. Okay, so now combining like terms, well, -35 plus 3, signs are different, so you subtract, that's 33, but there's more negatives, so that should be -33. Oh, sorry, -32, sorry, bad subtraction. And 45 minus 10a is 35a for that one. I think you'll see one of these on the quiz where it's double distributive again. So this one, you distribute -5a. I'm sorry, -5. The -5 times -9 is positive 45, right? K. And then again, carrying this leash along here, -2 times k is -2k. -2 times 6 is -12. Combining like terms again, we'll start with the k's this time, 45k and -2k. Subtract, that's 43. There's more positives, so 43k, and then 5 negatives and 12 negatives is 17 negatives. Okay, number 5. So solving some equations here. For some reason, everyone gets frustrated on this part of the quiz. So you can see here, okay, this should not scare you. It's really just division, and you'll undo this division by multiplying. So the first thing that I have to get rid of is this -8. So I'm going to add 8 to both sides. Again, the signs are different, so I subtract. I'm left with 2, more positive, so it's positive 2. Okay, like I said, this is just n divided by -2, so I have to multiply by -2. And if I do it to one side, I do it to the other, I get -4. Number 6 on the review. Okay, combining like terms before I solve, -2 and 5 is 3. Then that's a 3, not a 31. Just that's the line going down. So then I minus 3 from both sides. I get, now this is not 0. -3 minus 3. It's like -3 plus -3, which is -6. And divide each side by 3, and I get -2. All right, last 4 questions here. Number 7. Okay. Distribute the -4. That's going to be -12k. And then -4 times -2 is positive 8. My 2k terms, 2k minus 12k. Add on more negatives, it's -10k. Subtract 8 from both sides, you get a nice number here of 60. Don't forget to bring down the negative. That's a -10k. Divide each side by -10. You get k equals -6. So again, if you can do these questions on the review, you'll be perfectly fine to do the quiz on Friday. All right, number 8. Doesn't look like there'll be any combining like terms. -2 times -1, +2. -2 times +5 is -10m. Okay, so now I have to get rid of this 2. To do, even though there's subtraction here, I'm really just getting rid of a +2, so I subtract 2 here, subtract 2 here. There's that 60 again, divided by -10 again, is -6 again. Sorry, that one was not as interesting. Okay, let's do the last two. Okay, at least I was wondering, yeah, number 10 has variables on both sides, so that's good. Number 9 does not, though, has double distributive. So first distributive gives you 6x plus 8, and this is a -8 times 2, a -16. -8 times -4 is +32, equals the -40. Combine the like terms, that's -10x, and then 8 plus 32 is 40. A lot of dividing by -10s on these last page here, so -10 on both, -40. Again, this is going to be -80 here. Divide by -10. Finally, the answer is not going to be 6 or -6. It's going to be +8. Last but not least is number 10. This is what we've been working on the last couple of days. You got variables on both sides. You have a v here, and a v here, a v here. It's on both sides of the equation. So first thing over here, another trick here is to assume -1. If you get this one right, that's pretty tricky. So assume -1 is distributed to be -4, and -1 times -7 is positive 7v. Add the 7v with the 7v to combine the like terms. And I got 14v minus 4. Okay, so this is what we've been talking about the last few days. Okay, you have to, this 5v is smaller than the 14v. So I'm going to get rid of this one because it's smaller. To get rid of it, I'm going to minus 5v. And if I do it to one side, I do it to the other side. I'm left with 9v. And then, so now I just have exactly what I want. I just have the variable on one side. So now I'm going to add 4 to both sides. You get 36. Of course, divide by 9. And your final answer is 4. So hopefully this review gets you ready for the quiz on Friday. We'll probably start it tomorrow and finish it on Monday.